Okay, good morning. We are team number 4 and we are going to explain to you our mind map. Okay, context. Who are the students? Okay, so we decided to add the context because it is a fundamental part for planning the course and also establishing the objectives. So they are high school students from Cebetis 214 and they are in the second semester and have an A1 level of English, so it's basic English.
Okay, move on with the following section in the map. We decided to include also the students' learning needs, students, also students' purposes for learning English according to what we have or what we got from the needs analysis survey, and according to the consensus of targeted students, find the first skill challenge sheet at some point, since the analysis survey results show the narrow disparity between those who find one skill more problematic than other. It seems that for some students, speaking, writing, and listening are the most challenging skills, whereas for other students, those same areas are less challenging. Okay, moving on to the heavy part of the mind map. We first listed the skills. Since it's a general English for general purposes course, we decided to first list the skills that they will be practicing. And also we include the objectives that we already wrote. We already wrote in the previous work. And based on that, and that helped us to outline what we wanted to choose and to include in the topics, for example. And the following section are the topics indeed, and some of the topics we choose were anecdotes, past habits, childhood memories, present childhood and childhood abilities, surveys and ad posters, social situations, daily routines, relatives, vacation memories, experiences. So we chose this topic based on that the themes that were covered by the syllabus that we were given by the lead teacher, that were daily questions, past simple, and the used to structure. So let's move on to the lesson or unit level.
Okay, so at the lesson or unit level, we can add some things to make it to enrich our classes. So first, we can add, for example, the social linguistic competence in the topics, how the language is used, it is whether formal or informal. Also, interpersonal skills, how our students interact with each other, depending on the topic. And the communicative functions that are how our students are going to use the language. For instance, we have asking for personal information, talking about abilities, or describing daily routines.
Okay, thank you. The next component we decide to include is the social cultural competence, because we strongly believe that learning a language not only involves language knowledge, but also cultural knowledge. So we want that our students know about cultural aspects and how to behave in a real context. Then we have the tasks. Based on the topics given, the students are expected to write anecdotes, create posters, and so on. Through tasks, we can observe and assess students' learning process and help them to practice the different skills. And finally, we have the linguistic skills, which refer to grammar, pronunciation, and vocabulary. It is important to point out that it is not necessary that the teacher has to add all these components in just one class or on a unit, but to distribute them according to the topic the students will learn.
Okay, so next up, we decided to add one more layer of specificity to our mind map that is right at the bottom. So in a nutshell, we want our students to know what and to know how. So our classes will focus on both theory and practice. And we decided to add this little part just to represent how teachers make decisions based on all of these factors mentioned before, such as the context and students' needs, just to reach this level of specificity.
Okay, and finally, we decided to make a little visual representation of what we wanted to include. And basically, what do you want? It's basically the purposes, the students' purposes, and students' needs, and the context. Then we have the contextualizing content represented by the cone. And then we have how many ice cream balls, that they will be the skills we wanted to include. And then the flavor, that will be the topics, right, of our ice cream balls, and then we get to choose the toppings. The toppings will be the lesson or unit level. That will be the social cultural skills, the social linguistic competence, linguistic skills, and so on. And finally, the syrup, that was the last part of theory and know-how and know what. So that will be it for our presentation. Thank you for watching.